Jack met Emma online. In the profile picture, Emma was a stunning, long-legged blonde, and Jack worried she might not look as good in person. But his fears were unfounded. She was even more beautiful in real life. Emma was modest, well-mannered, and left a strong impression on Jack. On their first date, they walked along the waterfront, and afterward, Jack took her to a restaurant. Emma only ordered a salad. She smiled, listened attentively, and charmed him completely. What was particularly pleasant was that Emma didn't go home with him, though she did look at Jack's expensive car with interest. "Honestly, I didn't expect to find someone like you on a dating site," he said, as he walked her to her door. "And I didn't expect to meet someone like you," she laughed. Jack kissed her hand and left, eagerly anticipating their next date. Emma expressed a desire to go to the opera, surprising Jack not only with her long legs, but also with her exceptional taste. After the opera, Emma agreed to a light dinner at a restaurant, but then asked to be taken home. Once again, Jack was left in anticipation of their next meeting. "Emma, I missed you." He couldn't wait for the next evening. "Let's meet for lunch?" "I work in a business center and there's nothing nearby." "Well, there is one restaurant, but it's not cheap," she said quietly. "You know money isn't an issue for me. Just give me the address. I'll pick you up." Jack brought flowers, a huge bouquet of peonies. Emma appreciated it. She smiled constantly, and Jack dreamed that she would finally allow him more than just a hug. He even liked that she was so unattainable. Jack's instinct to conquer was awakened. He was delighted with Emma and had no doubt that this girl was his destiny. "Order whatever you like," he said without even looking at the menu. "And you?" "I'll have the same. Money is no issue." "Are you sure?" "Emma, don't insult me. Honestly, I'm very hungry. I didn't have time for breakfast." "I'm happy to feed you." Emma ordered several dishes, and Jack didn't even pay attention to them, focusing instead on her big eyes and beautiful neck, among other notable features. He didn't touch his food. This was a first for him. Emma, however, ate with an appetite, not at all shy about chewing while Jack watched her. "Didn't you like the dish?" the waiter asked, noticing that Jack's salad and entree were untouched and collecting Emma's empty plates. "Packet to go, please," Jack said without looking at the waiter. "I'm sorry, but I need to get back. My boss is very strict and might penalize me, and if he finds out I had lunch at a restaurant, I might lose my bonus. So don't see me out. I'll leave through the back exit and hurry back to work," Emma said, looking down. Jack didn't want to let her go and even thought about making her quit once their relationship progressed. But for now, he had to comply. "Bring the check, please," Jack asked, walking Emma to the door. "Of course." The waiter handed him a bill. Without looking, Jack paid with his card and left. Only a message from the bank a few minutes later surprised him greatly. "No way?" He was stunned by the amount. This must be a mistake. Judging by the figures deducted from his account, Jack had treated not Emma, but a royal family. Not in a city restaurant, but in Buckingham Palace. Jack opened the regular plastic container where the uneaten salad had been packed. He sniffed, tasted it. It was an ordinary Caesar, made from regular ingredients without caviar, delicacies, or expensive components. The entree was the same, a regular piece of meat, not even a steak. Jack checked the time. He had 2 hours before meeting a client, so he decided to return to the restaurant and ask for an explanation of the bill. The waiter simply handed him the menu. "You ordered these dishes yourself. All the prices are listed." "I see." "Thank you," said Jack. He wasn't short on money, but it didn't fall from the sky either. And he had been to restaurants, including expensive ones. But this bill had shaken him. He thought about Emma but didn't call her. However, she called him the next morning. "Hi, how are you?" she asked. "Fine. How are you?" I wanted to apologize. "For what?" "For running off yesterday." "Don't worry, I found something to do." He remembered the lunch check and chuckled. There was a pause. "Listen, I understand if we just meet and walk. You don't have to take me to restaurants, especially those you can't afford." "I've already told you, money isn't an issue, but I was thinking of inviting you to my place." "For what?" "We can have dinner at home, watch a movie." "Sorry, but not tonight. I promised a friend we'd meet." "I can pick you up after you meet her." "No, don't. We'll see each other later. I'll call you." It was hard to tell from her voice whether Emma was offended or not. Jack didn't know what to do. He wanted to take their relationship to the next level, but Emma was a mysterious untouchable, though at first Jack thought she was perfect. After spending the evening in thought, Jack decided he had overreacted and imagined things. So he called Emma and said he was looking forward to their next meeting. "You won't pressure me? I'm still not ready for a close relationship." "I'll wait. What do you want to do today?" "Honestly, it's my sister's birthday. We plan to go to a restaurant, so maybe not today." Jack frowned. "I can't stand another day without you," he mumbled. Then, "I don't know what to do. Maybe we can meet at the restaurant where my sister's party is." "No, let me choose a place, and then I'll take you to your sister's." "Well, okay." There was a hint of irritation in her voice. Jack caught it, but decided not to jump to conclusions. Jack picked up Emma at 6 p.m. She came out of the business center and headed for his car. "Hi." He reached to kiss her, but she was rather cold. "I need to go to this address," she said, showing him a point on the map. "Okay." I chose a place in that area. Emma got out of the car without commenting, and 15 minutes later, she came out of the building with a 10-year-old boy. "Sit down and buckle up," she said sternly. Jack wasn't just surprised, he was shocked. "Relax, that's my nephew. My sister asked me to pick him up from school." "Oh, I see." Jack relaxed a bit. "Where should we take him?" "He's coming with us. Nika is late at work, and there's nowhere to take him yet." Jack had to agree. At least it was her nephew, not her son, which was a relief. The other inconveniences could be endured. Jack brought Emma and Alex to the restaurant. Emma agreed with his choice and, relaxing, began to smile again. "I'll be right back. Study the menu," Jack said. Emma nodded. When Jack returned, he found that the order had already been placed. "We've ordered. Is that okay with you?" "Sure." Jack nodded. He ordered dessert and coffee for himself, as he wasn't hungry. He had come to the restaurant with private booths not to dine, but to be alone with Emma. But the presence of a child ruined his plans. "What time will you be free today?" he asked. "I don't know." "What about tomorrow?" "Nothing planned yet." "Then we can be alone." "Maybe." While Jack was figuring out Emma's schedule, the food began to arrive. Jack was surprised because this time, modest Emma ordered the most expensive items. The restaurant specialized in seafood, and the menu included oysters, crab, scallops, and everything one could desire. But such a quantity of food would be hard for one person to eat, even with a good appetite. But surprisingly, neither Emma nor Alex touched the delicacies. "I want spaghetti, breaded chicken, and a milkshake," her nephew said. "Press the button and call the waiter," Emma replied. "Why did you order all this?" Jack asked. "I thought you liked it." Emma's big eyes widened. Her long eyelashes fluttered so charmingly that Jack found it funny. "But if you won't eat it, I can take it all. To my sister's birthday." "Oh? Yeah, it's already prepared. No point in wasting it." She nodded at the table, which was loaded with delicacies. Jack estimated that this banquet would cost him a hefty sum. "Oh, my sister's calling. Hello?" Emma put the phone to her ear. "Yeah, we're at the restaurant." "Sure, come over. We're waiting." "Did we invite your sister?" Jack asked. "Well, I thought you wouldn't mind. She's shy and doesn't want to bother us." "And rightly so. But if she comes, let her take her son and leave." Emma said nothing, and her sister surprisingly arrived at the restaurant quickly, as if she had been waiting for Emma's call outside the door. "Hello, Jack. I've heard so much about you." Nika was a carbon copy of Emma, only 10 years older. Under different circumstances, Jack would have been happy to be in the company of such beauties. "Good evening. Here's your son. Here's your container of pasta," Jack said politely. "Happy birthday, by the way." "Thank you. We're not in a hurry, right, Alex?" Nika plopped down on the sofa and called the waiter. "The most expensive wine, please. There are several reasons to celebrate: our acquaintance and my birthday." While Jack was figuring out what to say, Nika ordered appetizers on top of what Emma had already ordered and started calling someone. "Mom, hi. Yes, the venue changed. Come to this restaurant. We're celebrating here. And tell Will. Yes, we're waiting. We have 5 more people coming. Bring plates and cutlery for everyone," Emma commanded. "And bring more oysters, please." "Ladies, enjoy yourselves. I'll be right back," Jack said. He realized this was a scam. Judging by their attitude, they expected to party at Jack's expense, but he wasn't going to accept that. Emma wasn't even his official girlfriend, but she seemed to think he would sponsor her sister's party. "Is Mr. Smith available?" Jack asked the receptionist. "Yes, in his office. Should I show you the way?" "Yes, please." John was Jack's high school classmate. He had chosen this restaurant on purpose and now decided to talk to his friend and find a solution. "Hey, good to see you." "Likewise. How's it going?" The men exchanged news, and Jack briefly explained the situation. "Man, you fell for a classic scam." "Well, Emma seemed so great at first." "Perfect, right? Everything in place?" "Exactly." "Well, I can tell you this is a popular scam targeting wealthy guys. Restaurants even pay these girls, who take advantage of a guy being too distracted to read the menu, order the most expensive dishes, and then vanish. The restaurant profits. The guy is in shock but pays. You get it?" "Yeah. But today I chose the place myself." "So Emma decided to feed her family at your expense, from a lousy sheep." "Any wool will do." "Exactly. But this isn't just a little wool. I owe you a fortune. You should see how much they ordered." "I'll warn the waiters." "Good. You go home, and we'll handle it. They ordered it. They pay." I feel bad for the women. They have a kid, just 10 years old. "If you feel bad, pay yourself, and wait until the whole family lives off you." Jack sighed. He looked at the screen displaying the banquet hall. He saw Nika speaking to the waiter with a displeased look, saw Emma, who no longer seemed perfect, and after some thought, paid part of the bill for himself and the boy, and left. When the ladies realized their date had left, they tried to call him for a long time. When Jack turned on his phone, he learned many new things about himself. It turned out he was supposed to pay the whole bill, not cowardly run from the restaurant. That's what Emma wrote to him. Jack didn't reply. He blocked her number and never fell for anyone like her again. "Hey, buddy, how's it going?" John asked when he met Jack sometime later. "Great. I'm thinking of getting married." "Awesome. Will you have the wedding at our place?" "Yes. We'll take care of everything." The men discussed the details, and as John was leaving, he asked, "What happened to the last Emma? Did you break up?" "I blocked her. How did they pay?" You wouldn't believe what she said about you. Made up things that, if I didn't know you and realize you'd known her for just 3 days, I might have felt sorry for her. And when she realized I was in the loop, she offered to pay in another way. John laughed. Don't even want to remember. I'm a faithful husband. But they had money. They just didn't want to pay. Used to living off others. Fortunately, Jack was lucky. He eventually found another Emma, one who was truly perfect in every way,